LOL。
鲜花9块9一束，鲜花9。
鸡翅7块1个，7块1个。炸豆干。
很漂亮，这边。My mom bought this. 2米。
做没做像啊？
不甜。
你很喜欢吃
底片都掉进来了。
So we are on our way to Nan Ao Island via a minibus. I booked this for my family via trip.com. There wasn't an option actually on the page for us to book a minibus for 13 person. The tour agency was actually quite nice. They coordinated and tailored something for us. I'll leave a link to the trip.com package in description below. So if you're interested, just feel free to check it out. Contact the tour agency if you need customization.
好，可以了，下一位。
好的。
有需要点单的吗？
芒果没有啊？
对。
Looks kind of boring from the outside.
Oh, damn, it's sweet.
Somehow they are very generous. The filling. Nice. Wow. Yours looks very chunky.